What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with the Destiny 2 video, and we're going to talk about Moments of Triumph for 2023. Of course it's 2024 now, but Moments of Triumph for the Lightfall year is going to be launching in February of this year, and as far as we can tell it's going to be a pretty normal Moments of Triumph. Of course there'll be the 2023 title, so we'll talk about all of the objectives for that, as some folks may want to work on those ahead of time, and normally those are retroactive, so while we can't see the objectives in game just yet, we can see the title in the database. So that might be useful for some folks. Plus, we'll talk about some of the unique rewards for Moments of Triumph this year. But overall, if you want to work on ticking off some of the objectives for the event, then hopefully the video will be useful, and if it is, a rating below very much helps us out. But firstly guys, before we get going, the video today is sponsored by Raycon. And if you love listening to music, radio, or podcasts on the go, or if you like listening to Mozart when you're working out, or maybe hip-hop, or even death metal, any of those are cool if you ask me. I kind of like all of them. And Raycon have the solution to all of your audio needs with their everyday earbuds. And so these things look, feel, and sound better than ever, featuring optimized gel tips for the perfect fit. I have pretty large ears and they're incredibly comfortable. Plus, of course, they can be adjusted to fit even if you're on the move, and they offer 8 hours of playtime with a 30+ hour battery life when charging via the capsule. But on top of that, and all importantly, they sound awesome no matter what you're listening to. And versus other high-end audio products, they're certainly more affordable, but they managed to do so without compromising on quality, which is a big plus, and it's why they have tens of thousands of 5-star reviews. But they also have loads of built-in touch features, allowing us to control volume, skip tracks, pause and play, or even take calls. And they've got pretty awesome noise isolation and awareness modes, which can be activated by holding the right earbud for 3 seconds. And this is really useful if I'm out and about and need to hear the world around me. And so they're absolutely packed with features, as well as having very good audio quality. And right now, you can get a pretty juicy 15% off your order by clicking the link in the description box or heading to buyraycon.com/xhoundishx. And as well as the 15% discount, you can get free shipping when using my link. So if you're after a new audio solution, I totally recommend Raycon's everyday earbuds. The details for that are down below, and thanks a bunch to Raycon for sponsoring the video today. Now though, let's get into the content for the video, and firstly, Bungie have said that starting on January 30th, on top of getting a new weekly progression-based quest for Season of the Wish, which is called Wishes, we'll also get Moments of Triumph, and they say this will come with unique rewards. Normally there are things like emblems, cosmetics, and tokens to pick things up in the Bungie store, but most of those are tied to triumphs in the title. So for the 2023 title right here, we need to complete 26 of 30 feats, which will allow us to unlock the title as well as a couple of other rewards. And most of the objectives, of course, are related to content that we've had in the Lightfall year. So on top of the 26 required for the title, the event t-shirt will be available in the Bungie store if you can complete 5 of the triumphs, but completing 14 of the triumphs for 2023 will unlock the Laurel Shell, exotic ghost right here, and completing 21 of the triumphs will unlock the Fire Gilt Quadriga, which is an exotic sparrow. Plus there's another triumph, the Paracausal Adventurer, to complete a run of each Year 6 raid and dungeon to earn the 2023 raid patch. And that unlocks another Bungie store token. I'm not sure if they've done this in previous years, but then I'm guessing there'll be a patch with a cool icon or something that you can pick up from the Bungie store if you like. But otherwise, for objectives that'll actually help to unlock the title, one of them is the Lightfall Legendary Campaign, and so you have to have completed all of the legendary missions and unlocked the Sanctuary of Nephele emblem. But also there's Action Hero to complete all heroic public events on Neomuna, and many of these are actual triumphs from the different releases, so there may be some you've already completed, but any of these can also be completed now, and then it'll be recognized when Moments of Triumph goes live. So there's additionally the Cartographer triumph to complete all of the lost sectors on Neomuna, and they're not dolls to collect all of the action figures on Neomuna. And of course they're the ones that we could place in the little room in Strider's Gate. But then we have terminal treasures, and at the end of the terminal overload activity, open overload chests, and terminal overload keys grant additional progress. And of course you can find these triumphs in game under Neomuna and Lightfall. But there's additionally Take a Strand to inflict the unraveled, severed, and suspended debuffs on targets. And then the triumph to restore all of the damaged memorials in the Hall of Heroes in Neomuna, which is the Restored and Remembered triumph. But the last couple of Lightfall ones are Honorary Cloudstrider to claim all of the rank rewards from Nimbus, and Rood of Nightmares to complete any version of the Rood of Nightmares raid. But then moving on to other content through the year, there's the Crota's End triumph to complete any version of the Crota's End raid, and Arise, which is to complete the Ghosts of the Deep dungeon. Then there's the Collect the Depths of Kings, O Vengeance Mine, which is the Warlord's Ruin dungeon completion triumph. And for Season of Defiance, we have Unbowed, Unbent to complete every step in the We Stand Unbroken quest line, and that was the seasonal quest for Defiance. Plus there's Big Game Banisher to defeat champions or bosses in the Defiant Battlegrounds playlist, as well as Scourge of Light to defeat combatants with Season of Defiance weapons, icons, which are Perpetualis, Prodigal Return, Regnant, Caretaker, Raconteur, and Royal Executioner. And then there are pretty much the equivalent triumphs for each of the seasons through the year. So there's Fully Salvaged from Season of the Deep, and that's to complete the Into the Depths quest. And Mechanical Depth, which is to successfully complete an encounter at each new depth of deep dives. But there's also Deep Reserves to defeat targets with Season of the Deep weapons, and defeated Guardians grant additional progress. And finally, Hook, Line, Sinker to catch fish at any pond. And yes, I had almost forgotten that fishing was in Destiny 2. But onto Season of the Witch, there is Sisters and Swords to complete every week in the Bladed Path quest line, as well as Elemental Covens to complete Savath and Spire with a full fire team of Arc, Void, and Solar subclasses. And then we have Acolyte's Offerings to complete the following Altars of Summoning encounters on any difficulty, and that's a Solar, Void, and Arc ritual, as well as the Lucent Hive, Taken, Wrathborn, Vex, and Xivu's Bruth summonings. But then there's Red Tithings to defeat targets with weapons from Season of the Witch, and that includes Eleatic Principle, Kept Confidence, Briar's Love, the Eremite, Semiotician, and Locus Locotus, or the Red War era weapons that were reprised that season as well. But finally there's Arcane Knowledge to identify all of the minor arcana at the Lectern of Divination. And then for Season of the Wish, there's the Parting Glass to complete the quest Wishing All the Best, and that's the full quest line from this season. But there's also Lair Crawler to complete pathways in Riven's Lair, and completing pathways in the Coil grants increased progress, as well as Riven's Relics to open chests in Riven's Lair in the Coil. But then we have By the Breath of Soul to complete the exotic mission Starcrossed with a full fire team using only solar subclasses, and Weapon Proficiency to defeat combatants in the Dreaming City, and targets defeated in seasonal activities award additional progress. And so, any 26 of those, and you can unlock the 2023 title. But otherwise, those are the unique rewards associated with Moments of Triumph, of course mainly cosmetic stuff. We'll have to see when Bungie announce it if there'll be any additional things related to the event this year, I'm not sure. But if you want to get any of the objectives done, hopefully the video has been helpful, so let us know down below if you've probably already unlocked Moments of Triumph 2023, I'm sure that'll be the case for some players, or if you've got a few that you're going to work on. But otherwise, I appreciate you tuning in today. If the video has been useful, a rating below very much helps us out, and otherwise, I will catch you guys very soon.